Hello, 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 and welcome to Getting Down to Business with MzBee. I am your girl, MzBee, Bianca MzBee Brownlee, more formally known as. I am the owner and proprietor of Beauty by MzBee Salon Studios right here in Union City, Georgia. I'm also the CEO of BV Entertainment, where we represent all things entertainment in the entertainment arena, okay? All people, all trades, all things entertainment. Also, I am the president of One Vision Entertainment. This is an independent record label located right here in Georgia. I am the co-founder of Behind the Scenes Awards and Recognition, which is a recognition platform that honors what we call the stars behind the stars. I'm also author of a new publication. My very first publication is Makeup with Yourself. This is a book where we take the process of doing makeup, the things that we apply every single day to our makeup lives, and we apply it to our face to get a flawless finish. Well, these very same steps you can apply to your life and get a flawless finish on your life, okay? Also, I am the creator of this platform, Getting Down to Business with MzBee. I'm also creator of Let's Be Real series. I'm creator of Midday Makeover with Beauty by MzBee, New Music Monday, Workout Wednesdays, Foodie Fridays, MzBee Tea Party, all of the things. So I am the creator of a lot of stuff, you guys. So I do a lot of work. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Go ahead and share if you feel so inclined to do so. We appreciate it if you share. But this platform right here, this is Getting Down to Business with MzBee, and this is where we talk about some of the things where, like I said, I have so many people that have desires to be in business, have desires to have businesses, have desires to do things in business, to be their own boss, because they're tired for one reason or another. They're very, very tired of having to answer to somebody. They're very tired of having their worth be defined by them. They're very tired of all of the things, right? So they're very, very tired. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Go ahead and hit share for me. We are here for 1 hour to discuss how to be in business, how to stay in business, how to be foolproof and fail-proof, how to also have be in purpose and on purpose 100% of your entrepreneurial time, okay? So thank you so much for tuning in. But like I said, some of the things that people struggle with when it comes down to business is, number one, what do? I have so many desires. I have so many dreams. I have so much passion, and I want to do so much, but I just don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. I don't know where to even start. That is where we sit down and we have these conversations like this, okay? So each week we talk about certain topics and certain things that'll help you in your entrepreneurial walk, okay? So that's what I'm here for, all right? Now, entrepreneurship, it is very, very, very difficult. I am not going to sugarcoat it for you. I'm not going to say that it's always you live the lap of luxury, this and the third. Eventually, yes, you do. However, if you are getting into business right now, if you're entering the entrepreneurial world to make money, you probably already failed. Okay? I'm just gonna start there. Okay? If you are looking to start your own business to make money, simply to make money, you, my dear, have already cut yourself short. Okay? And the reason I say that is because being an entrepreneur is the most riskiest thing a person could ever do. One of the most riskiest. No, honestly, I take that back. Working a 9 to 5 for somebody else is the riskiest thing you can do. Why? Why, you ask? Because in your mind, you're thinking, oh, I got the benefits, I have the health, I have the medical, I have the vision, I have the dental, my kids are secure, I have my check coming in, my steady money coming in every 2 weeks, every week, monthly, whatever the case. Oh, I'm making such and such number of dollars an hour. I'm set. We are set. I'm able to provide for blah, 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 blah. Until the gloomy day comes when your business, the company that you work for, that you have dedicated 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years of your time, 40, 50 years of your life, and they come to you and say, we're closing. Or they come to you and say, we have to make some cuts. Or they come to you and say, we're dismantling. And your department is the one that we've chose to let go. How stable are you then? How secure are you then? How much can you provide for your family then? Unfortunately, that is the story that happens all the time. More often than not. Actually, it's unfortunate how often it happens. That is the riskiest thing that you could possibly ever do. Get up and go faithfully to a job that could not, will not, shall not fight for you if it came down to them or you. Their job is secure, always. Look at the situation with the lockout, the shutdown, governmental shutdown. Okay, look at that situation. Let me tell you something. Who suffered the consequences? You had all governmental workers. I'm talking about you had bus drivers, you had TSA workers, you had some garbage, disposable waste management. You had a lot of different governmental people that were without pay for nearly 30 days. And you already know, if you all are looking at the economy and the situations that's happening in the economy, then you know that people sometimes, more often than not, are literally one check away from homelessness, one check away from starvation, one check away from having to do what you have to do. A lot of the people that are behind bars right now, if we can be 100, a lot of the people that is behind bars right now, hey, thank you all for coming in. Go ahead and share for me. This is Getting Down to Business with MzBee. We have 1 hour to give you some tools that will hopefully edify you, encourage you, and motivate you to continue this fight in entrepreneurial living, okay? Unfortunately, in today's society, okay, some people are only one check away from devastation. Okay? That is a lot of power to give to someone who would not think twice about choosing you to go if it came down between you and them. It's a lot of power to give away. Okay? That is something that I decided that I was not going to ever do again, because I myself was let go from a position at the end of the day, no less. Okay? So listen, at the end of the day, I worked a full day when they knew at 8 a.m. they were going to let me go that evening. Okay? I worked a full day. Not only that, I was let go the day before Thanksgiving. The day before Thanksgiving. So now I have to celebrate Thanksgiving, being thankful for unfortunately, there are some jobs, there are some companies that are stone cold selfish, inconsiderate, whatever the case. They don't give you the fair warning. Some companies just don't. They just don't. And for me, entrepreneurship was the only way to go, because number one, I'm hard-headed, and I don't like when people tell me what to do. I don't like when people have control over me. I don't like when people can tell me what my hour is worth. That is my hour. I'm the only one that can tell me how much my hour is worth. You don't put value on me. I put value on me. I tell you how much it's worth. I tell you how much it's worth. You don't tell me how much my hour is worth. Okay? Period. And for me, settling was no longer a part of my vernacular. I cannot, and I shall not. I will never again settle for anything that I don't want to do. I say that I'm in purpose, on purpose all the time. I'm going to do and operate in a field that I am strategically placed in, that I am skilled in, that I am knowledgeable in, that I'm a genius in it. I say that I am a jack of all trades and a master of every single last one of them. Why? Because the trades that I am the jack of are all within my purpose. I never, ever, ever, and hear me clear, you will never find me picking up things that I don't know 100% about. Ever. ever. Now, and even in those areas of expertise, I can elevate in knowledge and understanding, but I will never as a beauty professional, you'll never find me under the hood of somebody's car. I've never been under the hood of somebody. I know how. Now, here's the thing. I know how to change oil. I even worked in the tire and lube area of Walmart once upon a time. I know how to change tires. I know how to check valves. I know how to replace filters. I know how to do all of the things. But you will never find that to be my career. Why? Because that is not where I'm purposed. That is not my purpose. Okay? So once we line our purpose up to our field of occupation, therein you will find your prosperity, you will find your peace, you will find your happiness, you will find your joy. Right there. You will find fun. Right there. Right there. When you find what it is that you are purposed and gifted to do. Okay? Not too many people know that. Not too many people have that answer about what am I supposed to do? Okay? Now, there are some of us that are out here and are blessed. We are blessed to have that understanding. But the problem that I have with some of those people is most of those people, some of those people that know exactly what they're supposed to do, question, why aren't you doing it? There's one reason or another why people who know what their purpose is are not walking in their purpose. Number one, the biggest culprit is fear. Fear of what? Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of what people think, fear of the unknown, okay? Fear. Your soul is always seeking for always. And we try to fulfill it in different ways. We try to find that purpose in so many different things. And also, I would go, here's my little rabbit hole, okay? With that said, because you all know everything that I talk about each week, you can actually apply it to your everyday living, okay? Living, not just business, but living, your life. Because it's all one and the same. They're all tied into each other, okay? Because if you are happy and fulfilled in your career, you're happy and fulfilled in your home, you're happy and fulfilled in your relationships, you're happy and fulfilled in your money, you're happy and fulfilled in your mind, your body, your soul, your intellect, your imagination, the whole 9 yards. Okay? But if you settle in your business, then you'll settle in your relationship, then you'll settle in your money, then you'll settle, hello. Because you have accustomed yourself to settling. You have not said that I'm going to be in purpose and on purpose 100% of the time, because you have conditioned yourself to do what you gotta do. I just gotta do what I gotta do. It is what it is. It's actually not what it is. It's not what it is. Some of you all's what it is not what you're supposed to have. Okay, that's another story. That's another day. But some of us, we know what our purpose is, and we are still not there because of, number one, the biggest culprit, fear. Fear of failure. Fear of failing. How do you know what you would fail at if you yourself never jumped out there to actually begin it? You have no clue. You have no clue what you will fail at until you step out there and do it. And I can almost guarantee that if it's something within a realm of a world or field that you actually already enjoy, I can almost guarantee that you will not fail at it. Why? Because number one, you probably won't let yourself fail. Because if you anything like me, then I don't fail at nothing. Why? Because I don't let myself drop the ball. I will lose sleep before I fail. I will lose everything else before I fail. If it comes down to selling everything I own, I will do that before I fail. Failure don't live here. My situation around me, my environment does not depict my success, my level of success. People they equate their success in their home, their cars. Forget all of that, because that can come and go. Hello, we see it every day. But what you cannot take away from me is my purpose. What you cannot ever take away from me is what I'm put here for. Ever. Ever, ever. Okay? So, fear of failure is not my story. I have moved, I've lived in several different states, and in that, I can go anywhere and live. I don't care about the place. It's the me that I focus on. Forget the place, it's me. So if I know what I'm made of, say for, check this out, and we can talk about Trump all day long. Yes, he is, yes, he is, okay, who he is, right? And he does what he does. This ain't his show. I'm not going to give him too much. But I will say this. There are things about Trump that you can never take away from him. That man has been bankrupt. How many times? 13 times he filed bankruptcy. The reason that he did not flinch or break a sweat is because not only, he said, I might not have money, but you can't never take the tenacity out of me. I might not have the money, but I got the business. Okay? I might not have the money, but I don't care. I can start over somewhere else. And he has started over somewhere else. Therefore, and started all over somewhere else and landed his butt right up in that White House. How? I'm still trying to figure this out. But whatever. You can't take the heart out of the person. You can take the car, the money, the house, the this, the that, but you can never take the purpose out of that person. You can't take the heart out of the person. That's what should fuel you. So again, fear of failure. The reason people fear failing is because they don't really know what's on the inside of them. Because you can't tell me that I'm a fail. You know why? Because I don't fail. Period. I don't. Everything that my hands touch prospers. Now check this out. The problem is, and the reason why a lot of us lose tenacity and we lose drive in this entrepreneurial world is because the prosperity don't come when you want it to come. You don't see a problem. That's why I said at the top of the segment, if you are in business to make money, you have already failed. Already. You're already done for. Because you ain't going to see that. Your money is going to come at the back end of your work. I pause right there so you can say lie and kind of stop and think on that, what I just said. Your money will come at the back end of your work. Entrepreneurship takes work. Working a 9 to 5. I mean, how many of you all, and I know I can honestly raise both hands and say, I milked every clock I was on. Every single one. Every single one. Okay? There were times when I would sit at my desk and do absolutely zilch, zero, nothing, nada, nil, nothing from the desk, and got a whole check at the end of them 2 weeks. Okay? That's easy. It's easy to go punch a clock, sit at a desk, punch a clock, and stand at your post, punch a clock, or whatever the case. Oh, baby. Oh, but entrepreneurship. Literally, if a man does not work, you literally will not eat. You about that life? That right there in entrepreneurship, that separates the wheat from the tare. Entrepreneurship separates the wheat from the tare. Let's see if you're really about that work life. Okay? So again, fear of failure is not my option. It's not on my plate. It's not a choice of mine that I can say can select. Why? Because I know me, and my work and my drive is everything. That ain't clouting, that ain't boasting, that ain't gassing, that ain't bragging. Those are facts. My work and my ethic, it speaks for me. That is what makes me get up in the morning. That is what makes me stay up all night. Because I know what's in me. Because I know what's in me. Which is why I can't link with just anybody. Because anybody don't match with me. I need somebody. I don't just need anybody. Because that somebody is going to match my level of hustle. It's just like that. If I'm staying up all night, you staying up all night. Why? And check this out. It ain't because I'm asking you to. It's because you actually have that drive and that zeal to do so. I cannot be told no. The only person that can tell me no is me and God. But naturally, I'm lining myself up with him. So I would never put myself in a position for him to tell me no, because I follow his lead. I follow his lead. I am never going to be outside of his scope. I've been there before. It ain't fun. You understand? I've been outside of his will before. It's not fun. It's not fun. That is the scariest place you will ever be in your life. I don't choose that life. I stay in his purpose, on purpose for my life. And it ain't got to make sense to nobody else. You understand me? So I never put him in a position to have to tell me no. Because I hear and I do. That's that. Now, that's where my faith lies in, right there. In knowing that I'm good. Even in the rough patches, I'm good. So there is no fear of failure. What I'm fearful for, because God will never lead you in a place to leave you there. Ever. How big is your faith in him? The one who actually put the purpose on the inside of you. The reason why you're here. How big is your faith there? That is what you need to focus on. Fear of failing should not even be. Now, we have the opposite, the other fear. Fear of success. Fear of success. People are legitimately scared to succeed. Let me tell you why. They're scared to succeed because if they succeed once, then they'll be expected to do it over and over and over and over again. And the fear of, I don't know if I will be able to continue this pattern of success. So, man, I'm just going to do just enough because, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to just, okay. That is the fun right there. Going from higher and higher and higher and higher levels. That is the fun. That's the journey. Okay, so if I push to do this, and I know I can do this. Because see, once upon a time, you didn't think you could do that. But you did that. Now you got to do this. See, and what's the saying? You don't know how strong you are until being strong is all you got. I had a situation at my previous salon, okay? Put $20,000 of pocket money in that building. Worked tirelessly, very, very hard to make sure it got done. No loans, no banks, no advances, none of that. I'm talking about pure hard work. Me and my sister. Two people, one in college and one working doing hair. $20K, 5 months. Had a whole build out. Construction and all. I was so proud of that place. I'm talking about godly proud of that place. I was proud of that place. And couldn't nobody tell me nothing. I was proud of that place. And anybody who worked in that place had to upkeep that place. You're going to respect this place. You don't understand what it took to get this place here. Okay? So that was non-negotiable. You're going to respect this place. All right? Because literal blood, literal sweat, and literal tears went into this place. Okay? But situations occurred in my plumbing and with the property management, the people who own that place. This goes back to what I was saying. When it's not yours. When it's not yours. When it's not yours. And the things is out of your control. Don't you know what's important to you may not be as important to the next person? But when you own borrowed stuff and in borrowed jobs and in borrowed property, and then when you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, other people can determine and depict your life and where you're going to be. Said all that to say, because of someone else's issue, I had to walk away from my salon. I had 6 days because my main focus, it wasn't the building in itself, although I was very proud of that building. It wasn't the building in itself. It was my clients that I was very, very, very determined to ensure that they would not go for so long without seeing and actually continuing their experience. I refused to have them to sit and wait because somebody else couldn't be integrous and hold up their end of our contract. So I had to do what I had to do. So one day, in one current week, when the situation was at its worst, the plumbing situation was at its worst, I had all of my clients who were scheduled that week. I blocked the week off so no one else could schedule. But everybody who had previously scheduled, I had all of them to come in one day. And I did not leave out of that salon till 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. I worked by myself. I made sure everybody was taken care of. I made sure that they were not missing a beat. When I serviced that last client, I broke down and I started to do what I needed to do. Y'all, I had 6 days. 6 days to create another space that resembled what the clients were previously used to. Because I can't throw them into anything shabby now. I have to give them something. I have to continue the consistency of what I exposed them to in the first place. Meaning decor, environment, services, the whole 9 yards. I had to continue that process. I worked 6 days, no sleep. Majority, 5 out of the 6 days, I was by myself doing it. Because again, when it's in you, when it's your purpose, when it's your calling, when it's your gift, then you are going to do what you got to do to ensure that it takes place. Again, there's no failure in me. None. I'll sleep when this is over. I'll rest when I'm done. But right now, these clients need a place to go. Sure enough, I painted. I screwed. I hung. I, installed everything. Everything. I had help one day. One day. But it got done. And it got done in 6 days. So by the time that following week came, everything was open, ready to be done, certified. I had licensing up. I had all kind of stuff already done. There is no excuse, because when you're led and when you're in purpose and when you're on purpose, there's nothing. Hindrances will come. I'm here to tell you. Hindrances will come. I am here to tell you. However, the solution to the problem was already in you before the problem appeared. I'm going to pause there. The solution to the problem was already in you before the problem showed itself. Now, it takes the problem to show itself in order for you to pull and know pull the solution out of you. Because there's no need for you to dig deep and find the solution if there's no problems. Okay? Therefore, you don't know how strong you are until being strong is all you got. So fear of failure, fear of success should not be there. If you know you. If you know you, there should be no failure. There should be none of that. If you know you. Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Come on in. Have a seat. We are getting down to business here. If you know you, fear of failure, fear of success should not be your issue. Okay? Comfort zone. Comfort zone. Being an entrepreneur, first of all, you already uncomfortable. Okay? Because there are some times, I was just talking to my brother today. In any industry, there are peaks and there are valleys. Okay? There are peaks and there are valleys. There are times when you are 1 month, you making 10, 20 grand. The next month, you making $500. Okay? Here it is in my industry. This is the beauty industry. So in my salon industry, we have times where the clients are coming off of Christmas and New Year's right now. They're in between Christmas and New Year's and their tax return. Now, of course, when the tax return comes, they're going to get their hair done every week, because everybody is rich and famous, all right, when they get their taxes. So it's like, okay, but after Christmas and New Year's, they're trying to recoup. They're trying to recuperate their households because for some reason, everybody feels that Christmas time, you got to go broke. I don't understand this conditioning, but okay. Okay. You got to go broke to give gifts to the kids that you have already provided for all year long. But okay then, whatever your psyche is. Okay. So they're recovering from Christmas, they're recovering from New Year's, which means that if they're recovering and your business is based off service and you're not having to service anybody, then where does that leave you? Where does that leave you? Okay? So a lot of people's problem, and when it comes down to stepping out in entrepreneurship, is they're scared that they're not going to ever have money. What if somebody don't come? Okay? What if they don't? My thing is this, and I talked about this several months back, because like I say, each week we have a different topic. When it comes down to the excuse, I don't have any money. If you are a baker, okay, you bake so well that you couldn't tell anybody that you don't have a bakery because you bake that well. You bake that well, okay? Cakes, pies, cookies, whatever, okay? You don't have any money though. You have not, you might have a piggy bank. You might have a piggy bank with some change in it. And you're barely getting by, like literally getting by barely, okay? But you have flour, you have eggs, you have oil, you have sugar, you have milk, you have running water, you have electricity, which means you have gas, which means you have a stove, a working one. You have bowls, you have utensils, you have baking pans and muffin tins and all of those things. But you don't have a dime in your pocket. You don't have any money, but you have all the tools needed. Then therein, dear, lies your money. I don't know if you all know the difference between what you got in your bank account, like the money that you actually have possession over, versus your net worth. I don't know if anybody broke that down. I know I talked about it in a live before, Getting Down to Business Live. Talking about the net worth versus your actuals versus your this and that third, okay? Your net worth is not what you have in your bank accounts. Nope. Your net worth is the value of the things that you have around you, okay? That is worth something. That you own. It is the total value of the things that you own. That if you were to cash all of that stuff in, your net worth would be that much money that you were able to get off of all of those possessions and the assets that you own. Now, for me, you know what I'm saying? My net worth, my actual money in the pocket may be low. Okay? And it's fact, being an entrepreneur, that's going to happen. I have 5 businesses. 5 actively operating businesses. Just because I have 5 don't mean that I'm out here balling out of control. That's going to be my story one day, trust. But even then, I'm going to be very, very, very careful in what I spend my money on. Every spending, every piece of coin that's spent is going to be spent wisely with a purpose. Again, in purpose, on purpose, 100% of the time. You got to spend with a purpose. Okay? Now, but what I do have, my salon per se, what I do have is a bunch of hair color and a bunch of relaxer and a bunch of shampoos and conditioner and I got a lot of stuff. So I may not have money in my pocket, but I got a whole bunch of product and tools, flat irons and Marcel irons and stoves and blow dryers and combs and clips and color and hair shine and holding spray and all of that, all of the things. I have all of that. All of that. I own. No one can take that from me. So if I have all of those things, guess what? Guess what I got? Money. Worth. And then I have the ability. I don't just have the things. I have the ability to. Then you have money. You have value. You have spendable things. You have something to gain. You have a service that can bring you in income. But again, it takes tenacity, it takes drive, and it takes the ability to see past your circumstance. Again, I'm killing excuses. I'm killing excuses. Okay? I don't have this. I don't have that. You don't need this. You don't need that. The misconception for business and entrepreneurship is that people got to have money to start it. No. No. You got to have a great credit to start. You got to have 750, 800 to start. No. You definitely have to have discipline though, because you are your boss. You are the reason the alarm clock goes off. You're also the one that's going to make yourself, that's going to force yourself to get up. Because another misconception in entrepreneurship is that, oh, I can sleep in. I'm my own boss. I ain't got to get up at the same. I can wake up at. Okay. But that saying, the early bird gets the worm, is real. It's really real. It's really real. So if you sleep in, guaranteed there's hundreds of people that got up. And that worm that you were supposed to get that had your name on it, guess what? Somebody else ate it because you wanted to sleep in. Entrepreneurship is a daily grind. It is a daily grind. Daily grind. You get sick, daily grind. There's no sick days. You know, there are no vacation days. My family can tell you there's a lot of vacations that I did not go on. Why? Because if I don't work, I don't eat. And ain't nobody in my family around that barbecue pit gonna actually pay these bills here when we get back. So there's that. It's really, really, really not for the weak. You cannot be lazy and be an entrepreneur. I promise you, you will fail. I have seen people's businesses go under just as fast as they open them up. And it wasn't because they didn't have a great concept. It wasn't because they didn't have a great business. It was because they weren't ready. Your person has to be ready. Your heart got to be ready. Your will got to be ready. Your mind has got to be ready. Your discipline has got to, your persistency has got, your dedication, your discipline has got to be ready. It has got to be ready. Otherwise, you will get trampled over. Not only will you fail, but you will get trampled over. Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you checking us out right here on Getting Down to Business with MzBee. We only have 1 hour to get in as much information as we can to show people how to be in business, how to be fail-proof, foolproof in their business, and then how to be in purpose, on purpose all the time. Okay. So, yeah, you cannot be weak in being an entrepreneur. So the question is, do you still want to be an entrepreneur? Know yourself. Know yourself. You got to know you. You got to know you. My reason for doing what I do has nothing to do with me. If anybody knows me, y'all know I live very minimalistically. I don't need all of the bells and the whistles. I don't need all of the Prada, Gucci, Fendi, all of that. I don't need all of that at all. Do I have some of that? Sure, absolutely. Do I need that? Absolutely not. Because my joy comes from within. It does not come from these temporary, depreciating items. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not even close. But what makes me do what I do, number one, is because it's fun. I enjoy what I do in every aspect of the word. I thoroughly enjoy what I do to the point where I don't even call it work. It's not work. I never have to dread Monday morning. You know what I mean? I never have to dread Monday morning because number one, it's always Monday. All right. It's always Monday morning when you're an entrepreneur. And number two, I love what I do. You got to love what you do. You got to love what you do. If you don't love what you do, you're doing the wrong thing. You are doing the wrong thing. I'm here to tell you. You got to love it. I mean, love it. I mean, even when there's obstacles and stuff like that, that don't make you derail. You don't spaz out. You don't lose control and just go berserk. That is when you roll up your sleeves, be like, okay. All right. Here we go. All right, so we got to do this. Okay, so this is what's happening. Okay, let me figure this out. Okay, we got to do this. Okay, what if I did this? That's when your wheels get to turning, honey. And you looking like Albert the Einstein, and you got all of the equations and all of the this and all of the that going, and you just you know what I'm saying? You being creative. Your juices are flowing. Because you're operating in your own purpose, in your own mission, in your own vision. That's where you're operating. You're doing and moving at your own speed. You're moving at your own beat, and you're doing what you love to do. My reason is I gotta change some people's lives out here. I've got to change lives. That is non-negotiable. I must be a solution to somebody's problem. Non-negotiable. What I offer has got to be purposeful. I must be a solution to somebody's problem. Period. I'm not trying to just do what other people do. And yes, it's so many. It's other people that do hair. It's other people that do lashes. It's other people that does makeup. Other people, but they will never, can never, and have never done it like I do it. There's a certain fingerprint that I have, just like with the next person. There's a certain fingerprint that they have, and so forth and so on. But they will never be able to do it like I do it. And I definitely don't want to do it like they do it. So here's the thing. Competition is out. That's another excuse I'm busting in the head. This industry is oversaturated. Really? How do you know? And then, here's a better question. What they got to do with you? What does the industry being oversaturated have to do with you? That has nothing to do with you. Because again, if you are purposed and if you are called, then that industry is not filled yet because you're still not there. If you're purposed and you're called to a certain industry and you're not there, then that industry is not oversaturated. They're missing one thing. You. They're missing you. And in fact, they're probably waiting because you're not there. There's so many people in the industries right now that are looking and probably waiting on somebody to pass the baton to so they can go somewhere and sit down. Okay? This is my 25th year. 25th year behind the chair and rendering services for people. Whether it be in a salon, out of a salon, it don't matter. 25th year. 25th year. In fact, I'll make that announcement later. I was going to announce something prematurely. I'll make it later. 25 years. I enjoy it. You know why? Again, because I want to be the solution to somebody's problem. When I service, if you've ever been a client of mine, then you know how I service, right? I service with people's back to the mirror. I don't need you looking at yourself in the face. For what? I'm looking at you. I know what you're looking like. I need you to just talk to me. Talk to me. Let me give me the update on from the last time we saw each other. That's what I need. Give me the update. Tell me how your kids are. Tell me about your job. What's going on? Tell me about what happened in church. Let's talk. Let's fellowship. You come here to let me focus on your hair and your looks or whatever the case, your beauty. Let me do my job. I don't need you doing my job, because if you could do what I do, then you wouldn't be here. Bottom line. So their backs are to the mirror. And another reason why their backs are to the mirror is because when I'm done, I, so to speak, I present them to themselves. I reintroduce them to themselves, to a better self. So while we're talking and fellowshipping, I'm hearing as to what to say to them, what to do, how to respond, how to react. Because their person, their spirit is being fed while they're in the chair. 85% of what I do has nothing to do with what I do. Meaning, ain't got nothing to do with hair and makeup. Nothing. Again, I am a solution to people's problems. That is my prayer for my purpose. And when I started in this industry, when I branched out and started on my own, I got the word. This is the word verbatim, you guys, that I got in my spirit regarding what I do. Okay? Regarding setting the atmosphere. Okay? Because there's a real thing as setting an atmosphere for what you want versus where you are. Okay? Now, I was told you are to create a place where everybody belongs. And through you, I will cause them to believe. The word that I got when I first branched out and I started my own salon, that was it. First of all, I branched out on my own. I have not punched the clock since 2011. But when I actually had my own salon, 2016, 4 years ago now. Ooh, April makes 4 years. Wow. The word that I got was exactly verbatim. You are to create a place where everybody belongs. And through you, I will cause them to believe. Okay? Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you coming by to get down to business with me, okay? Through you, you are to create a place where everybody belongs, and through you, I will cause them to believe. So that means that I had to surrender my purpose, my own, whatever I wanted to do. I had to let it go. Because at that moment, it is not about me. That moment is about the purpose that's on me. That moment. At that moment, it stopped being about me. In that moment, it started being about the purpose that is on me. Because my purpose is now for somebody else. Which means I have to stay in the course. I have to stay on the course. I have to stay in the race in order for that next person or whoever that I'm divinely supposed to be running into or supposed to run into me, they can find me or I can find them. So now my course is set. It's been set. But my course is set. So now I have to follow the course. I have to follow the course. I have to go down the road and journey this thing. And again, what I do has nothing to do with what I do. So people see hair and they see makeup and they see beauty and they see blah, 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 blah. That's what they see with their physical eyes. However, when those people come and sit in my chair, or when I sit here and I talk to the world, or when I talk to you all, trust and believe it has nothing to do with what you see me doing. Nothing. There are seeds depositing. There are words dropping. There are people, you know how many people, okay, so to take prime example, the number that's on the top left corner of your screen right now shows 15. It shows 15 because that is the number of active viewers, meaning it's 15 of you all that have checked in, chimed in, commented, clicked this screen and this and then the third. However, that is not the actual number of people that are watching me right now. There are some viewers that are watching me that have watched me from the beginning and will never and have never said a word to me. I don't know who they are, and they certainly They certainly are not going to make me aware of who they are. But guess what? They're watching me not because of me. They're watching me because there's something in me that is for them. Or they're continuously watching me because there's something in me that has bore witness with them, and they just can't turn this crazy girl off. That is the purpose that's on me. That is my mission. That is what I'm supposed to do. That's why fear of failure, fear of success, complacency, comfort, all of those things cannot live here. Because there's somebody out there that has yet to say a word to me that is being set free, delivered, all of those things. Chains broken, that is crying, that is whatever, because they're being freed right now, and they don't know this chick from a hole in a wall. But for some reason, this girl know all my business, and I ain't talked to her one time in my life. But she's reading me on this screen. That is why I'm in purpose, on purpose all the time. And I will never be outside of purpose, ever. Again, been there, done that, don't feel good. That is why I began 2020 with, first of all, I already told y'all, 2020 is the year of clear vision, perfect vision, which means every one of our steps are ordered. You know exactly what step you're going to take. The next step is going to be. You know for sure. This is not you're not wavering. You're not, oh, I hope if I take this step, I hope. Oh Lord. Hope that's not quicksand. That ain't what you're doing. This year, every single one of your steps are sure and certain. This year. If you didn't know before, you know now. Oh, this year, you know. Okay? If you didn't know who was for you before, oh, you know now. If you didn't know who you were supposed to be linked to before, oh, you know now. If you didn't know what business deals to take, oh, you know now. If you didn't know what relationship, if you didn't know what job, if you didn't know what car, if you didn't know what the children, if you didn't know your saving, if you didn't know your investments, if you didn't know, oh, you know now. This year you will know. Because this is a year of clear vision, clear understanding, clear insight. That's what this year is. That's what this year is. Okay? Not just for you, for me too. Because revelation lives in this year. You understand me? Revelation lives in this year. And guess what? What's going to try to come? What's going to try to come is there's going to be some things and some people that's going to try to distract you. They're going to try to obscure your vision. They're going to try to be a distraction to you. They're going to try to block you and block your vision. But this year is a year of clear vision, clear understanding, clear knowledge, clear insight, unmistakable. I'm talking about sure, certainty, firm steps, firm grips. What you grab a hold to, that's it. That's yours, period. Wherever your foot goes, that's where you belong, period. In purpose, on purpose, 100% of the time. This year, you will have things that's going to be opened up to you. Why? Because you're staying your course. You're staying your course. Not a course for somebody else, yours. The one that is carved out for you. That's why fear of failure, fear of success, complacency, comfort zone, that cannot live where you are. It cannot. Because you cannot be in faith and in fear at the same time. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak. If you are going to step sure. If you're going to walk tall. 10 toes down. If you're going to step out there, if you're going to invest knowing what your return is going to be. Invest knowing that you will have a return. That's what this year is. That's what this year is. If you are to open and be in a partnership with somebody, you know sure this year. If you are to not be in a partnership with somebody, you better know it's this year you're going to find out. Perfect vision. Sure steps. If you are not supposed to be at that position anymore, oh, you know this year. And this is what I urge you to do. I urge you to not hesitate. When it's revealed to you, move instantly, because your delay is your denial, okay? Your delayed obedience is disobedience. When you are instructed to do something, or when you feel in your spirit that you're supposed to do something, or make a move, or have a conversation, or make a call, or send a text, or send an email, you better move then, because then is when the iron is hot. Right then and there. Certainty, sure moves. Don't question nothing. You know when you're led versus when it's you. You know, because you're sure about it. Because you got a clear vision. Stop worrying about money. Stop worrying about money. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. From the top of this segment here, I ain't just talking to y'all. I swear to God, this ain't none of me. Because I need every bit of this. Listen. Stop worrying about money. Your needs are met according to his riches, not yours. His. Do what you're supposed to do. You focus on your steps, making sure that they are sure. That's what you do. Because even the Bible says if you seek first the kingdom and its righteousness, all the things will be added. He didn't say seek the stuff. He said seek the kingdom. Seek the things. Seek the purpose. Seek the calling. Seek the mission. Seek your position. Seek that. I got the other stuff. You don't worry about that. The fact that you're standing here, you're sitting here and you're watching me and you're listening to me tells me that he had you covered, that you've been covered all the way up until today. That tells me that he got you covered. You straight. So stop trying to take his job. Do your job, let him do his job, and then boom, the whole kingdom's job is done. There's a reason for us being where we are. Get to your place. Get to your place and get there now. Get to your place and get there right now. Because there are things that are there at that place that are purpose for you. And guess what? There are things that you are supposed to bring to that place for somebody else. Stop delaying. Stop procrastinating. Get there and get there now. Don't worry about your needs. Don't worry about your stuff, because that's going to be done. The stuff is already provided. You don't even understand. Stuff is already set. Your stuff is already there. It's already there. It's waiting on you to get there. It's already there. It's waiting on you to get there. It's people already. Listen, the spirits of the individuals that's supposed to help you carry this thing out, they already ready. They already in position. Get there. They waiting on you. Get there. Get there. Okay? Stop looking for outward possessions to get your purpose done. Your purpose, you live in your purpose. You live from the within. Within. From within. Bring your purpose out. Operate in your purpose. Be sure about your purpose. Line yourself up with your purpose. And therein, in your purpose, you find your peace, your joy, your prosperity, your love, your fun, your happy, all of that. In your purpose. Line yourself up to your purpose and you will be just fine. Okay? That's it. That's all I got for you today. Like I said, 1 hour. We had to hit it and quit it, okay? I love you all. Do not forget. Do not forget. If you got to play this back, play this back. I'm going to play this back. Because again, all of this was for me. Okay? Every single word. This year is positioning. This year. And it's going to, let me tell you something. Your world, your cage is going to be rattled. Know this. Oh, you about to be shaken up. Because in order for a change to take place, you got to get uncomfortable in where you are. You got to shake some stuff up. Because you done sat there too long. Get up. The day of laziness is over. The day of complacency is over. Get up, get out, and get to where you belong. Get up, get out, and get to where you belong. Yes, this world is about to shake up for you. But guess what? That's not the devil. You know what I mean? It ain't the devil. That's actually God. It's not punishment. It's positioning. It's not punishment. It's positioning. So stand firm and know that you are covered. Know that you're taken care of. Know it. Okay? Again, I love you. Be sure to check us out next week. Getting Down to Business with MzBee every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget, tomorrow is Foodie Friday. We are cooking up something real nice for you. Follow all of the pages, all of the links that's in the captions. Tap my nose, and you'll be able to see exactly where all of our pages are. You want to go there. You want to turn on the notifications. You want to follow. You want to like. You want to subscribe, and this and the third. All of the things, okay? So make sure you all do that. I love you all. I mean it. I mean it. There's absolutely, positively nothing that you can do about it, okay? Peace.